Hello everyone and welcome to the Transit Nomad family. Is this the most impressive cheap city in Europe? Budapest journey vlog. Before we get started, I'd like to let you know that I'm in Budapest for a few weeks, and at the end of this trip I'll be recording my final verdict video comparing Budapest with other cities to help you decide if you should visit, while also saving you lots of time and money with practical tips on how to get the most out of your trip. This will be an exclusive video, but you can easily gain access to it by subscribing or donating any amount on buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad or through the link in the video description below. With that being said, we're going to take a little walk around this beautiful neighborhood, which is one of the best areas to explore in the city, and see what it has to offer. And then we'll discuss if Budapest is as cheap as some people make it out to be, and also what it has to offer for visitors. So without further ado, Budapest is not as affordable as I expected it to be, and it's not as affordable as you might expect it to be either. What I'm talking about is the prices of food, meals, especially if you want to eat outside in restaurants. The prices are almost the same as you would expect to pay in many different Western European cities. It's about 15 to 20 euros on average per meal per person. So paying for a meal in a restaurant in Budapest would cost almost the same as it would cost in London, Paris, or many other Western European capitals. If you buy food at supermarkets, Budapest is a little bit cheaper indeed, but if you want to eat outside, it will be almost the same. Then when you want to rent a bicycle or ride a balloon or do something else like some kind of entertainment, Budapest is also not going to be as cheap as you might expect it to be, especially if you compare it with Eastern European cities that are really cheap indeed, and Western European cities that are a lot more expensive than cities in Eastern Europe. Budapest is, I thought it would be somewhere in the middle, but when it comes to entertainment, it's rather expensive. Where Budapest really does shine and where it's really affordable is when it comes to accommodation prices. If you look around for different hotels and Airbnbs, you might be pleasantly surprised, because Budapest has a lot of different options to choose from under $100 per night. If you want to find something even cheaper, you can. There are lots of options for actually as little as $50 per night. It all depends on what part of the city you want to stay in, what kind of amenities you might be interested in, whether you want air conditioning or you want to have more room, or you want to be exactly in the very city center, or some other things that you might want to have for yourself. That usually costs a little bit more, but between $50 per night and $100 per night, there are a lot of budget-friendly choices very close to the city center, if not in the very city center. And Budapest is a very walkable city. Their public transportation is also very, very good, so it's very easy to get around. Even if you're just outside of the city center, it's not going to be a problem, because you're probably going to enjoy yourself no matter what. Now, how impressive is Budapest when you are walking around the streets, when you are checking out the neighborhoods? I would say it's almost as good as it can possibly be. Maybe 9 out of 10. Some areas are 10 out of 10. And out of all the cities that I have visited in Europe, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, I've been to a lot of places in the United States and Asia. Budapest is definitely one of the most beautiful cities you can find in the world. When I came here for the first time, I was actually shocked by how affordable it was for the value it offered for visitors, because it's not just like one or two streets that are really beautiful. You can keep exploring for days, even weeks, and still discovering new places and new buildings that are really eye-pleasing and really enjoyable to look at. So I highly recommend considering it as a destination for traveling for your next trip, because it has so much to offer, especially considering the affordable accommodation prices. What I'm also impressed with, it's not just the architecture, but also the high quality of entertainment, culture, history. They have lots of different concerts and festivals and performances, a lot of beautiful galleries, museums, and lots of different things to do. They have thermal baths, they have different parks, they have a lot of exhibitions, and exploring public transportation is also really fun in this city because they have so many different vehicles to choose from. They have a lot of vintage historic trams that you can ride that are included with the regular public transport pass, and it's a great way to explore the city if you're tired of walking around. And it's very comfortable for walking around. I may have mentioned that already, but I really appreciate the fact that you can walk anywhere and everywhere. And as you can see, a lot of streets, they are actually either partially or completely closed to cars. So you can really make yourself comfortable walking around and exploring different neighborhoods without having to worry about driving or using taxis or using rideshare services. So as far as addressing the title of my video and making a just like a conclusion about Budapest, I think it is very, very impressive, but it's not as cheap as some people think it might be, especially when it comes to food prices. If you're not a foodie and if you are okay with eating at supermarkets, then it can be an affordable place to hang out indeed. But if you want to eat out and if you want to drink out, then Budapest is probably going to cost almost the same if you consider if you compare it with a lot of Western European cities. If you want to save on food and drinks, I would recommend considering cities such as Bucharest, the capital of Romania, or Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria, or also other countries and cities in Eastern Europe. Poland, for example, Warsaw or Krakow, those are beautiful cities. And food and drinks might cost a little bit less in those places than in Budapest. But of course, if you are looking for the most impressive city streets, the most beautiful architecture and more history and more activities to choose from, more things to do, more places to visit, Budapest is going to give you more value. And also their nightlife is also really vibrant. They have lots of different concerts. As I mentioned, you're not going to get bored in this city. As a matter of fact, I came here for a few days last year, and 5 days was not enough. So I decided to come back again, and this time I booked it for 4 weeks, basically the whole month, because I don't want to miss out. Budapest has so much to offer, and it takes a time to explore it, especially if you want to see it all. I really admire this city and everything it has to offer. You can see this street. This is just one of the many streets that are so beautiful and so enjoyable to explore. Words cannot be sufficient to express how impressed I am with the city streets of Budapest and all the neighborhoods. And also Hungarian people, they are very welcoming. They are, I find them very kind, and it feels like they have a lot of experience hosting tourists. Of course, Budapest is known as a major travel destination for a long time, and you can feel that they know how to take care of visitors, how to make them feel welcome. The only thing that I do not like as much is the fact that you have to pay for toilets or pay for bathrooms. It is kind of common in Western Europe, but it's not so common in Asia or the United States, where I come from. You usually don't have to pay for toilets. We have a lot of free public restrooms, or also you can just go to a fast food chain without a problem. Here you have to buy something, or you have to know the code, or if you want to use the public toilet, if you find one, they don't have too many of them, but if you are lucky to find one, then you have to pay, and a lot of them don't accept credit cards, so you should have cash with you. Keep that in mind. It's always good to have a little bit of cash when you're traveling, and Budapest is no exception. With that being said, I would like to remind you that as an active traveler and business owner with experience, I might be able to assist you with trip planning, life coaching, and business consulting, with all the details available at buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad or through the link in the video description below. This is where you can also find lots of exclusive content on many different cities around the world, my secret tips, PDF guides, and the option to request a custom video on any topic that matters to you. Thank you everyone for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. I appreciate you being a part of the Transit Nomad family and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.